Well, work-life warriors, if you are in Raleigh, it is such a beautiful day in Raleigh. Kind of humid, but very beautiful. So today I'm going to talk about stress and breathing. So today on Wednesdays, this is your Wednesdays wellness work break, where we will do some breathing exercises to help with all of the stress, to help you renew, ground yourself, get you ready to go back to work. I don't know if this is a break for you or lunch, but I'd like to try to keep it within 15 minutes where I talk a little bit about stress, and we do maybe 5 breathing activities for you to kind of get grounded, connected, so you can renew and go back to work feeling stress free and ready to work, engage, and productively. So let's just go ahead. It is 12:01. I try to give it a little bit to let people trickle in. So where do you live? Write in the chat where you live. We'll just give it one more moment and how you feel. I'm feeling grateful today. How about you? Now, stress management is so very important. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I am Ebony Davenport. Welcome, work-life warriors. I teach stress management. I show people how to utilize fun management solutions to decrease stress and counter burnout so that we can be healthier, happier, and well-balanced. I use over 50 tips, tools, tricks, and techniques to manage stress. Today, we're going to talk about the king of stress management, which is breathing. Breathing is a necessity of life that most people take for granted. It is something that we do without even thinking of, yet it is so vital to our existence. It is our life force. Stress is feeling out of control and instead of feeling inner peace. And when we are stressed, our breathing is the first thing impacted. Our breathing rhythm changes under duress. And so we want to pay attention to how we're breathing when we're stressed out, because breathing, of course, is our life force. Poor breathing habits diminish the flow of these gases from your body, making it harder for you to cope with stressful situations. Improper breathing contributes to panic attacks, anxiety attacks, depression, muscle tension, headaches, fatigue. If an insufficient amount of air reaches your lungs and your blood is not properly oxygenated, your heart rate and muscle tension increases and your stress response is turned on. And we cannot constantly live in a state of stress, and we cannot not allow our stress to impact our breathing. An anxious person normally takes tiny, shallow breaths, moving air in and out their lungs via their shoulders rather than their diaphragm. I don't know if you can see me. I think it's just showed up. But diaphragm is deep in your belly. This type of breathing, which is the shoulder breathing, throws off your body's gas equilibrium. Shallow overbreathing, also known as hyperventilating, can amplify anxiety symptoms by increasing physical stress symptoms. So there are so many stress symptoms. It took me a long time to realize that I hold my breath when I'm stressed out, that I also tense my muscles in my jaw. And then therefore, like I have like pains in my neck and my back when I'm stressed out because I tense up. My palms also get sweaty and it's hard for me to focus and concentrate. So any of these symptoms that you experience, there's over 50, according to AIS, there's over 50. You can check it out on the American Institute of Stress website. There's over 50 different stress symptoms, physical stress symptoms, and you can control most of them through your breathing. So learn to be aware of your breathing and practicing slowing and normalizing your breathing. In your mind, it becomes quiet and your body relaxes. Breathing awareness and good habits breathing habits will enhance your physiological and physical well-being. So whether you practice them alone or in combination with other techniques like meditation, walking, yoga, reading, they are so beneficial to your health and well-being. So we should think about when we're stressed out or when we're dealing with hard challenges or things that makes us feel out of control or lack inner peace, that the first technique that we should go to is our breathing, because we can do it anytime, any place, right? So when air is inhaled, air is drawn in through our nose. It is warm to body temperature, humidify, and partially cleanse. Your diaphragm and your stomach, a sheet-like muscle separating the lungs and the abdomen, facilitates your breathing by expanding and contracting as you breathe in and out. With each breath of air, you obtain oxygen and release the waste carbon dioxide. So when you breathe, there are two breathing patterns that I wasn't aware of it before I started learning stress management. And I was breathing like the first one, like most people in society, because we're told to suck it in, poke your shoulders out. So we tend to practice chest or thoracic breathing, which is also associated with anxiety and other emotional distress. And unfortunately, many of us are taught to breathe that way, or we just breathe that way, right? Because learning to breathe the correct way is not really a discussion unless you seek stress management. So chest or thoracic breathing is also common in people who wear restricting clothing, which is most of us, especially if you are a woman in this society, or lead sedentary or stressful lives, which is everybody else, right? So chest breathing is shallow and often irregular and rapid. And that is how most of us, especially how I was breathing when I first started this. That's how I was breathing. And I looked around and kind of, started to ask many questions to people as I, work with companies and people, and realize that it is common. That is the common way that many of us breathe. So the way we should be breathing is abdomen breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. The diaphragm, again, is what we talked about, is that muscle that separates the lung and the abdomen. Abdomen breathing is how babies breathe. If you ever put a newborn baby on its back, you see its stomach go in and out. That's how we are supposed to breathe. The air is drawn deep into our lungs and inhaled into our diaphragm and contracts. And so the breathing is even and non-constricting. The respiratory system can do its job of producing energy from oxygen and removing waste products. So let's take a toll on how, everyone is breathing out there. Just sit back for a second and notice how you're breathing. Are you breathing where your shoulders go up and down? Or does your abdomen go in and out, in and out? So breathing is kind of like a combination of mindfulness, because when you're practicing deep breathing, you're also in the moment, kind of. I mean, you can be in your head, but depending on how good you are at deep breathing. When you're new, you're counting and you're really focusing on your breath as it comes in and out, and so there's not much room to enter, right? So by increasing awareness of your own breathing pattern and shifting to more abdominal breathing, you could reduce the muscle tension that I was talking about, that I had, and anxiety present with stress related symptoms, physical symptoms, or thoughts, right? Diaphragmatic breathing is the easiest way of eliciting the relaxation response. Most stress comes from thinking about the past or the future, or worrying about the past or the future. When you are in the present moment, when all of your attention is focused on deep breathing, especially when you're learning, there isn't much room for anything else to enter. So we're going to try to do 5 breathing exercises. It's 12:09, and we're going to try to do 5 of them, and then I'll try to let you go, because I always try to fit this in between the 15-minute and 30-minute period, because I know you may be on break or lunch, but it's a great way to get the stress education in, and also pick up on some breathing techniques that can help you manage your stress that you can do anywhere, anytime. So let's do the first one. The first one is we're going to sit straight up in our chair, plant our feet. We're going to inhale and exhale through our nose only. We'll keep our mouths closed and we'll concentrate on our breathing. We'll place one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly, and we'll listen. You can close your eyes or you can look straight into the camera and listen as you breathe in and out, and feel your belly and your chest rise, hopefully, if you're practicing abdominal breathing. So you feel your belly and your chest rise, and see if both of them are rising, and you hopefully your abdominal your abdominal muscle is moving more, so your belly is moving more than your chest. And that's how you know that you are practicing robust breathing instead of shallow breathing. So you want to focus on your breathing for 1 minute just to kind of make sure that you're getting all the oxygen deep down into your belly, and that your belly is rising as you breathe in and out instead of your chest. Ready? And let's try this together and go. I don't know if you can see my hands, but my hands are moving nowhere near as much as my hand on my chest is moving less than my hand on my belly. And remember, you're just breathing through your nose only. So do you breathe more with your shoulders or your abdomen? Share in the chat. I learned to breathe with my abdomen. At first, I was breathing with my chest because I wasn't aware. And you can learn. It's quick and easy to learn. You just do a couple of minutes, dedicate a couple of minutes a day to practice breathing techniques, and you'll get better at it. So the second exercise we'll do today is we're going to inhale and exhale naturally. No need to rush or force the air in or out. We're going to take some deep breaths. We're going to take in as much air as we can without strain. When we inhale, we're going to let our shoulders naturally rise up. And when we exhale, we're going to let our shoulders drop as we exhale, right? We're going to do at least 5 of them. So when we inhale, we come up with our shoulders naturally. When we exhale, we let our shoulders relax while we're exhaling. Ready? Let's try 3 times. No need to rush or force any air. Just go ahead and breathe naturally and let the air come in and out. Ready? Good job. Makes you feel so relaxed. The third exercise we're going to do is we're going to sit in our chair. We're going to plant our feet. Inhale. We're going to breathe low into our abdomen. Feel the air as it moves through our body, in through our nose, down our lungs, into our chest, deep into our abdomen. We're going to pause for a second, ignite our senses. What do we smell, taste, hear? Look around. What do you feel? And then we're going to exhale. Do about 3 of those, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Ready? Go. I heard birds. Peppermint. I got peppermint essential oil going in. Okay, exercise 4. We're going to sit up straight in our chair, plant our feet, cover our left nostril, and then we're going to breathe through our right nostril for 10 seconds and then alternate. We'll do it 3 times and then we'll move to our final exercise and close it out for the day. So, we're going to start with our left nostril, cover it, and let's breathe for 10 seconds. Just regular breathing. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides. All right. Our last exercise for today is sit comfortably on your floor, on your chair, depending on where you are. You want to breathe in through your nose. You want to fill your belly all the way up with air, as much air as you can. When you can't breathe in anymore, I want you to open your mouth as wide as you can and breathe out a ha sound. So I'll demonstrate it and then we'll do it 3 times in our session. Are you ready? Go. All right. How do you feel, work life warriors? Do you feel better? Do you feel grounded? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel renewed, more engaged, productive? Please share in the chat how you feel. I do a wellness work break, which is a breathing exercise every Wednesday at noon. Please feel free to come join me. Take a break away from your desk and do some breathing exercise to ground you and to manage your stress. It is one of the best techniques that you can use for stress. And I recommend doing it several times a day, especially when you're feeling out of control or when you are feeling anything that is absent of inner peace. So I hope this helps, work life warriors. Continue to practice stress management. Continue to be a warrior for your health. You have a couple of more days before the weekend. Make sure that you're incorporating play and fun into your life and doing the things that bring as much happiness and joy and positivity and light in your work as you have obligation and duty and the things you don't like to do. It is your responsibility to manage your stress, to play as hard as you work, to be the change you want to see, and show up every day in your best interest. That is the best way you could change your life, your family, your workplace, and all of the things that you are involved in is by managing your stress so that you can be your best self. I hope this helps, work life warriors. Have a great day.